All right, I'd like to welcome everybody to the July 28th, 2025 Boxborough Select Board meeting. And as is our tradition, we are going to step it off with a Pledge of Allegiance. So if you want to join me.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, we have an esteemed visitor tonight. How are you, Jamie?
Very good.
Good. Is Dan coming in too?
Yes, he should be here in a couple minutes.
All right, then you know what? Then we're going to put a pin in it, hold off for a few minutes. Yeah. All right, so why don't we skip to public input? Any comments from residents on non-agenda items that you'd like to share with the board and with the public?
Hello, Adam.
Good evening.
Oh, hi. I'm like, la, la, la.
Yes, I'm in person, not online. Adam Klein, Vice Chair of the Acton Boxborough Regional School Committee. Just wanted to, I've been demoted.
I really didn't see you. It's like,
I just wanted to publicly inform you all and invite you all to a joint session of the Select Boards, Finance Committees from Acton and Boxborough and the School Committee on September 3rd.
right.
So we're planning for an opportunity for sort of all of the town leaderships from our two towns and the school committee to get together to talk about some of the pressing items that are happening in all of our three entities. I think we've all got a lot going on. As everyone knows, we've got a bunch of town meetings coming up next year, so September 3rd will be an opportunity for all of us to share sort of what we're thinking about and come up with some joint talking points for all of the towns, all of the community members who we get to through our different means. So just wanted to come here and make sure that you are all aware of that. If it's not on your calendar already, please put it on your calendar. We'll be hosting you at the administration building in the school district.
awesome.
Adam, one quick question. The long time since we were in the Met and was in this room, there's been a lot of things going on back and forth about the news. They were going to withhold the funding, then they released the funding. Can you comment briefly on that?
I can't tell you what has happened specifically for the district. I haven't heard anything. As you know, we ended the year with some great funding and wonderful support from our state legislature on a great budget.
Thanks,
both
Jamie.
Supplemental for this
Nice job,
past
Jamie.
fiscal year and for this current fiscal year. I don't know what the implications were in terms of federal funding and where we're at on that, though. I don't know.
Yeah, because I heard it got held up, it wasn't going to happen, then all of a sudden magically, as everything does now in Washington, it's surprising, it got approved and it's going to be released.
Right,
So-
it was one of the 700 New York Times breaking news alerts that hit my phone over the past 3 weeks.
Correct, exactly.
Yeah, I have no idea, to be
Okay.
honest.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Adam, who's the chair now?
Tori Campbell from Acton is the chair now.
Tori's come to a bunch of our meetings.
Tori has been
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's been to several of the meetings, and so I'm the vice chair for Boxborough, and Leela Ramachandran is the vice chair for Acton now.
Awesome. No, thank you for the personal invitation, because I have been attending your meetings. But yeah, so Kelly, could you post a possible quorum of our board just in case?
Yeah.
And I really like the idea of getting, it looks like there's typically 2 FinCom and 2 Acton select board members that attend your meetings. So it's nice to see the faces, get to know people, hear their comments. I haven't had anything to say, surprisingly enough.
Yeah, and we held a meeting like this about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
This is just a really great opportunity for all of the select boards and finance committees to get together, just sort of meet everybody again, and then have a real honest conversation about the challenges that we're up against.
Great. Okay, so should we come prepared, like the FinCom and select board?
Yeah, so Tori and I are working on a bit of an agenda and some notes for both groups. So we'll be reaching out to Tony and we'll reach out to you.
Okay.
And sort of give you some ideas of what we're looking to present from everybody.
Great. Yeah, it'll just be easier for us to participate if we have time to prepare a little bit. Excellente. All right, thank you.
Yep.
Any other comments from residents? All right. Seeing that, is our esteemed celebrant going to come in, the person getting the award?
Yes, well, we're waiting for him.
Why don't we wait for him too?
Do you
If
want me
you got a minute.
Do you want me to share a couple of announcements?
Yeah,
while
let's
we're
do
waiting?
that.
Sure.
Yep.
So I have 2 announcements. The first is something that came in from the police chief. A group from doing the Tour de Cure bicycle ride for American Diabetes Association will be riding through, and they're making us aware we don't need a vote. But it's on August 17th, Sunday, from 8:30 in the morning till 10 in the morning, and they'll be passing through Boxborough. They don't need any road closures. It's just a rule of the road, non-timed event. But, Chief has spoken with them, has asked them to use caution, on the roadways.
Do we know what roads they're going to be on?
Yes, they're going to be on Summer Road, Flag Hill Road, Richardson Road, Stowe Road, Chester Road, Burroughs Road, Old Harvard Road, and Eldridge Street.
Oh, that's an interesting loop.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think they did something similar, if not the same, last year.
Okay.
And the year before.
All
So they
right.
kind of a circuitous
So
route.
if you live on those streets, you get to choose them as you go by.
Absolutely.
Nice.
And we can make this announcement again at the next meeting, which will be August 11th, the week before their ride. And then
Okay.
one other announcement on the Boxborough Museum. So they just want to share their hours for August 10th. So the Boxborough Museum, which is at 575 Middle Road, will be open from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on Sunday, August 10th. And they asked that people to come and see the Boxborough's historic treasures, including the 1850 scale, which is sensitive enough to weigh a penny and strong enough to calibrate a 50-pound weight.
And the hearse. You
and
can't miss the hearse.
The new hearse,
Not the
built
old
in
hearse, the new hearse.
1881. And
It's true.
the old one, which I guess is older than that, but I don't know the year. Admission is free, all are welcome. And for more information, folks, anyone interested could come individually or with a small group to set up a separate time other than on the 10th from 2 to 4. They can reach out to John Fallon, who's here in attendance this evening, and he can be reached at 978-264-0069. And that's all of my announcements for now.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, now we are ready. Now we're really ready. We have a presentation of a citizen citation. We have some special guests, Representative Sina and Senator Eldridge are here to do the honors. You guys want to grab the mic? You can stand or sit. We're very cash. So Dave McKiernan, come on
Why
up.
don't you stand up, Dave?
Come on up, Dave, because you are the citizen.
I'm honored and flattered, really. I did not expect to see
Well, come, yeah,
Where do you
no.
want to go?
You want me and David come over here?
Okay.
Yeah, go with
Yeah,
that, yeah.
Because that's where the camera is.
There we go.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
You too. Well, thank you so much to the chair of the Boxborough Select Board for having myself and Representative Sina here tonight. And here we are on yet another extremely hot night. You have Boxborough residents stepping up, whether elected officials, whether those on the fire station committee just down the hall. Obviously, a lot of residents here to see what's going on in Boxborough and advocate on issues. And in that same spirit, Dave, I wanted to come and just pay tribute to you for your service on the select board. I always saw you at all the different Boxborough events, whether the Steel Farm in the winter, whether Pfeiffer's Day, all the different holidays, Veterans Day, etc. And just so appreciate your service for the town. It is often a thankless task, I think, to be often a municipal official. I actually think legislators often get thanked a lot, but I would say for municipal officials it can often be a thankless task. So I want to thank you for your service on the Boxborough Select Board. And I have a citation here that is from the State Senate, and it says, "Be it hereby known, the Massachusetts Senate hereby extends its congratulations to David McKiernan in recognition of your outstanding contributions to the town of Boxborough. Be it further known, the Massachusetts Senate extends best wishes for your continued success. I know you will find other ways to give back and contribute to your hometown of Boxborough. So thank you, and it's been wonderful to serve with you."
Wow, thank you very much.
Yeah, look at that. Very nice.
And I'd like to comment, these guys are suited up too on a night like tonight. I appreciate
It's a
that.
special occasion, David. I want to thank the chair and the members of the select board for the opportunity to be here tonight and say a few words and thank David for his outstanding service to the town of Boxborough. There were so many committees that you have served, David, that you have an impressive resume. And I want to thank you. I also brought a house citation in which states that the Massachusetts House of Representatives be hereby known to all that offers its sincerest congratulations to David McKiernan in recognition of your dedicated service to the town of Boxborough on the Select Board
and your outstanding work on the town committees and commissions. The entire House offers its very best wishes, and this citation is signed by myself, your state representative, and Speaker Mariano on this date of July 28th, 2025. And I want to thank you, David, for your, as Senator Eldridge indicated, your work for the town. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, before you go any further, we all wanted to say a little something too. So thank you so much for all that you did while you were on the board. You know, we so appreciate how you just got out there and met the people. You know, when you ran for select board, I knew you as a neighbor. I knew you from your, you know, your kids, that kind of a thing. But I really got to know you as a leader. And you went out and you knocked on doors, and you encouraged people to come volunteer and to come vote. And it was the kind of outreach that I personally haven't seen in years, you know, and the fact that you went out there and introduced yourself and made people comfortable and got them to participate, I will be forever grateful. I mean, you attended all of your meetings. If you were a liaison, you were there. You were at the senior luncheon. I mean, you showed up. And I think right now that is just the most important thing in our world, is for people to show up. And so I'm hoping more people see you, what you did for the town, and follow your example. So, oops, sorry. But anybody else want to say anything?
Yeah, I'll be next. Everything that Kristen just said, your leadership, I remember the day you came over to my house and said, it asked me, said, what am I getting myself into? Because I had just left the select board, and you came to the front door and said, do I really want to do this? And I said, absolutely. I said, you're as crazy as I am. So it was always a pleasure actually getting back on the board and working with you. And as some people know, and most people will find out, a lot of the liaison committees that you were, I've stepped into, and I got to tell you, those shoes are huge. I'm not going to fill them as well as you did, but people are saying, well, this is what Dave did. This is what Dave did. This is what Dave did.
That's it. You set the bar.
So as you just said, the bar is pretty high for me to step in, but I'll do my best. And I just want to thank you for your time to the town and becoming a friend too. Thank you, Dave.
Yeah. Anybody else?
Dave, I don't have words to say. You've been my mentor, and you showed me how to reach people. You showed me how to connect with them at their level, right? And you showed me how to get things done and agree to disagree. I think you were wonderful in all those, and it was a pleasure to have you and learn from you. You were the first one, at least that I know of, that had office hours, right, in our town. And I'm hoping that at some point that we will be able to carry on that torch. I know.
I'm already doing
yeah.
it. Yeah.
He's in the shoes.
He's
in
doing
the
that.
shoes.
Yeah.
That was the one. That was the
Because-
first one.
Picked up a lot of these.
Yes. So, I mean, it'll be a big loss for our town not to have you in any of our boards, but I'm sure you're still in Massachusetts, you'll make a big difference wherever you are. Thank you for all you did, and thank you for showing us the light.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sam, you told me a great story about
Well,
Dave.
I obviously never served with Dave. But 2 years ago, when I was chairing the Conservation Commission, we had a couple of surprise resignations, and suddenly we were struggling with getting quorum. And this crazy guy, Dave McKiernan, called my cell phone and said, "Come to the select board and talk to us about your problems." So I said, okay. I came to the select board, and suddenly we had people coming to meetings and people applying, and I think you brought us at least 2 new members, and I was deeply appreciative of that. Suddenly
Suddenly you had a quorum.
Suddenly
Yay.
Liz could go visit her grandchildren without imperiling quorum. So anyway, I was deeply appreciative, Dave, of that at the time, and I wish you best of luck.
All right, and last but not least, you guys want to say anything?
Yes.
Definitely not least.
You know, I was just jotting down some of the things that Dave has done and participated in, and I ran out of paper actually, but I'm just going to list some of the boards, committees, and commissions that Dave has served on and attended every meeting of in the last 2 to 3 years, in addition to serving on the select board. He served on the Town's Capital Committee, the Water Resources Committee, the Steel Farm Advisory Committee, which is now the Steel Farm Committee, the Cemetery Committee, Agricultural Committee, the Council on Aging Board as a liaison, Sometimes I thought he was an employee at the transfer station, although he showed up casually and not in DPW uniform. But
We
he was
probably
there.
could have gotten you a shirt,
He-
Dave.
He and Alan Ford, I think, are there as often as our DPW employees. He's also served on the Recreation Commission. He was, I think he was often mistaken as a solicitor because he was always knocking on people's doors, introducing himself and telling whatever the issues of the day were and show up to vote no matter which way you feel on an issue, to show up. He, as was mentioned, he held office hours, but he also, I have in my calendar every third Tuesday, even since he's gone, at 9 o'clock it says, meet with Dave. The day he showed up and introduced himself as someone, running for office, he said, I want to meet regularly, and we did. Every third Tuesday at 9 a.m., we met and went over whatever the issues were. As Sam just mentioned, he was like a professional recruiter, going out and getting volunteers. Wherever there was an opening on a board, committee, or commission, Dave was saying, what are your skills? What did you do? What are your interests? And he helped us fill those critical positions.
Which is what makes a community.
Yeah,
I mean-
and that's something that Kristen has had to step up and do since because
I'm struggling, Dave. I'm struggling. I'm going to call on you for some tips.
But it was a critical role. And one other thing that I want to mention that was really helpful, Dave created a new resident resource sheet that's on the website. It's in front of the town clerk's office. If people are looking for a restaurant, a resource,
How to do something.
how to do
How to get a transfer station.
websites and
Yeah.
kind of navigating the town, and that's been really helpful to us as a staff, to the board, and to new and current residents. So thank you for all
Actually,
you've
it's
done.
great for current residents. It's right on the
Yeah.
front of the town's website, and it's an amazing resource. So, yeah. So I do have to say, so Kelly went and picked up this living plant. It is real. So we're going to give it to you, and we've seen your gardens. We know you can do it. But every time you water this or you pick off a dead leaf, you'll think of us, okay? Not the dead leaf
Don't
part.
just say not to do.
The new growth, the new growth. But thank you, Kelly. It's beautiful. We're going to miss you.
Mary, we're not selling the house. I'm just kidding, just kidding. So if I may say a word or two. Okay, so the gentleman behind me, one of the things I say to both of them is they always show up. I always see them at all those events, and I applaud them for how they represent the town and how they show up, and they listen and talk to the people. So I thank you both for that, and for these too. I'm floored by this. Thank you for the kind comments, and I couldn't find a better person to mentor. Sorry.
We love
and a
you,
better friend of
Dave.
Bob. I dumped a lot of stuff on Bob. Come on, Bob, you got to do this. I need you to do this. Somebody's got to do it. And Bob said, "Oh, okay." So, and it's been a real pleasure to be part of this select board. We work to get things done, and it was never work for me. It was, and that's the funny thing about getting this recognition is, I really enjoyed it for 2 years, and I never felt like it was work. It was like, oh, I got to do this because Mary, my wife, and I said, well, where are you going now?
I got that.
So, yeah.
Who are you hanging out with at 9 a.m. on Tuesdays?
But it was definitely the best 2 years of living in Boxborough, of the 35 years I lived here. So so I thank all of you, and it wouldn't have been without all of you, it wouldn't have. We accomplished it together. I never felt I was something special, but you certainly make me feel like it tonight.
You are, yeah.
But anyway, thanks to the administrative team. You guys have been very supportive all along. Whatever we needed to do, it just worked. So I'm hoping I can take some of that magic that came from Boxborough and spread it, down in Falmouth.
They're lucky to have you. Yeah.
So, yeah, thank
Yeah,
you. So,
you're welcome.
yeah, so I have been, we've been doing okay down there. In case anybody's wondering if we kind of, yeah, we've been to theater projects, we've been to, film festivals. I mean, there's music on the green. There's a lot of stuff going on down there. So we're enjoying it, but this was definitely a fabulous place to live and to raise my kids and to become friends with all of you. So thank you.
Thank you.
very much.
Thank you, Dave.
Oh, Dave. Oh, should we all get a picture?
Sure.
Let's get a picture. We'll come to you. And then Senator Eldridge and Representative Senior, don't go anywhere yet, because we have one more. In front of the flag. Let's do it here. Well, just forget it. Oh, wait, should we not be there? Dave, get in here.
Hey, what's on? Mary.
People are never going to listen to anything. We're going to shoot it.
I want to show it.
Nice picture. Rajon got a good one. I can do that. All right. So we'll have a couple of options here. Thank you. All right.
All right.
Okay, and before we leave.
Well, yeah.
All right, here we have one more award.
Is Jamie leaving?
Give it 1 second. 1 second. All right, so we have one other person that we would like to recognize, and that is our own Priya Sundaram. We would like to acknowledge. Go on up with Jamie and Dan. Go on. So Priya was nominated by the Massachusetts Commission on the Status of Women as a member of the class of 2025 Commonwealth Heroines. And so we want to take this opportunity, while our representative and senator
Yeah, I just
here,
wanna-
to say thank you.
I wanted to thank you, Priya, for all your work you have done for the town of Roxborough, and because of your leadership, I felt empowered to nominate you to be one of the 2025 Commonwealth Hearing Award. And I'm very proud to represent that award, to present that award to you at the State House. And I know we were there about a month ago. So Priya, it just reminds me of what David has done for the town. Very similar, with your work, giving back. And I think it's really a matter of me really to look at those leadership, because we need people like you, like David, to give back to the community, because that's how we can represent best our residents and our citizens of the Commonwealth. So I'm really honored to be here with Senator Eldridge to also celebrate that award.
Thank you, Priya, for all that you do for us. Thank you. right, so wait, let me get a picture, and then, all right, and then we'll get back to work, everybody. Quick picture. If my camera, okay. Who's the old lady with the camera that's struggling? Yeah, I'm a Nana and proud of it. Okay, on 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's gonna be a good one. Thank you, guys. All right, now we will get to work. After all this partying, it's, time to get back. All right, we're going to move to appointments and reappointments. Now, if you're here, we get to publicly thank you and welcome you back or to your new committee. And if you're not here, we'll manage it later. Okay, so I'm kind of going to go through. Let's see. I don't see. Is Joe here?
Oh, wait, are you gonna do Kevin first?
John Fallon, you are going to be the first person. So, John, you are here to be appointed to Public Celebrations and Ceremonies Committee.
Hey!
Yay! All right, so you were
This
here
is sort
before.
of back to the future. My
Little
wife
bit.
was on the committee for 15 years in the 80s, 90s, and 2000.
Yep.
And I was an unofficial member of the committee because my minivan put a lot of miles on humping stuff around the town of Boxborough for the committee for 15 years.
Well, thank you for stepping up again. All right, so you were here at the last appointed on, so I won't torture you. But you volunteer for Public Celebrations Committee. Tell us something that you're hoping to add to the committee as the newest, one of their newest members.
Back to the
Your questions
future.
get more difficult. They
I know.
really.
Well, I can't ask him what he loves about Boxborough. We already asked him that one.
I love all of you people and how you volunteer to do things, and the fact that without volunteers, the town of Boxborough wouldn't exist.
Well, thank you. Well, thank you for being here. All right. I move to appoint John Fallon to the Public Celebrations and Ceremonies Committee for a term ending June 30th, 2026.
Second.
Any further discussion or questions? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Abstain? No? All right. You're in.
John, is there any committee that you haven't served? That should have been the question for him.
I have kept deliberately away from land use.
Oh my
For
God.
which one?
There is one still left.
Land use.
No
Land use.
ZBA or, okay. All right.
I was about to do that as
That's true.
moderator, so for 18 years I couldn't do anything else.
Excuses, excuses.
Smart
Yeah.
man. Smart man.
All right. Wes is on a plane on the way home, so we can't be here. Rich Grady, I don't think I see you. So, because we're, what's that?
Cassie's next.
Cassie's next. Okay. Cassie, are you there? Hello. All right. You have also raised your hand for the Public Celebrations and Ceremonies Committee. Tell us why. What are you looking forward to?
Yeah, hi everybody.
hello, baby.
So,
Whoa, strong support there. I like that. I like the support team.
yeah, big support team over here under the age of 5. I'm really excited to join Jeanette and her team. Let's see, so Boxborough News was a parade marshal last year, and it was just so much fun being in the Fivers Day parade, and it just, that feeling of, community and connection and all that good stuff during the parade was just great. So we decided, the Boxborough News team decided to do it again this year. And, it's just so special and so much fun. And then when I heard, multiple different people asking for volunteers for public celebrations and ceremonies, I just figured that I wanted to, help out and help keep it going and get more participation in the parade and the, tree and menorah lighting. All that stuff is just what makes this town really special, and I'm excited to help out.
Well, we're excited to have you. And you know what I loved is you said Jeanette and her team. Like, I love that. You're coming in, coming in to be a member of a team to plan our celebrations. This is amazing. Awesome. What's your favorite thing about Boxborough?
I think I have to say that, community spirit that you feel when you are, in the parade or watching the parade, or you're at the tree lighting, you listen to the kids play in the band. It's just those moments that really you feel like you're a part of something that's, been around for a long time, because these town events have happened for a really long time. And, it's nice to be a part of that and feel that.
Well, thank you. Any other questions for Cassie? No? I move to appoint Cassie LaRussa to the Public Celebrations and Ceremonies Committee for a term ending June 30th, 2028.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Abstain? Opposed? You're in. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Cassie.
Is Claudine here? No. What's that? Becky's next. See, he's got me covered here. All right, I'm making circles so I know you. Okay. Becky Neville. You just. I was just going to say, everyone's here for your new team is here.
And I came.
I know. I love that. You're meeting your team. All right, so Becky is also joining the Public Celebrations and Ceremonies Committee. So Becky, tell us a little bit about why.
Well, I love to throw a party.
You
Like
do
anybody who's
throw a
been
great
to my
party.
house knows I like to throw a party.
Yep.
And this is one of those committees. Owen was on it. Like Pat Fallon, Owen was on it for, I don't know, 10 or 12 years. And he still was helping Barty with the flowers for all the, things. And so I feel like I've got all his spreadsheets and everything on my computer.
Oh, Lordy.
I'm kind of anal about getting things done. So having a timeline and stuff. I don't know. I like to throw a party. I couldn't do this before now because of FinCom. I couldn't be on this when I was on FinCom. There's, we have rules in our bylaws.
Yep.
So that's,
Well, thank
happy
you.
to help out. This is like the one last committee I want to be on, I think.
Oh,
This is your swan song? Isn't that what they call it?
I thought FinCom was my swan song, but apparently this is.
So, all right, so you just answered the question I was going to ask, that the pre-us, has there been any committee that you've not been on?
Yeah, all the same ones as John.
Land use.
All the
Land
land use.
Well, thank you. We really, really appreciate it. Any other questions for Becky? All right. I move to appoint Becky Neville to the Public Celebrations and Ceremonies Committee for a term ending June 30th, 2028.
Second.
Okay. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Abstain? Opposed? Beautiful. All right. Thank you. Brian? Is Brian Picca here? There you are, Brian. Sorry. Thank you. Oh, Brian, we're here to appoint you to not one, but two committees.
Nice job, Ryan.
Thank you.
Reappointments.
Okay, so Brian, let's see, you are the director for
The summer program.
summer
Yes.
program. My grandchildren absolutely adore
Yeah,
you.
they're fantastic. We like having them.
Last name is Peculis, in case you're wondering.
Oh,
who
yeah,
they
I
are.
know.
Okay,
Yes,
now
yes,
you know
yes,
that.
yes.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, all right, well, tell us why you'd like to be on the Design Review Board.
Am I being reappointed for historical commission member?
Yeah.
'Cause that's what all right, cool.
Oh, you don't want to be on both?
No, I do, but I was appointed as a member of the historical commission.
Right.
Is that what's happening?
No,
Yep.
they're both being
You're gonna be both.
reappointed.
Yes,
They're both
reappointed. Sorry, I just want to
reappointed
make
for
sure.
both
All right,
of
cool.
Yep. Yep,
Well, I'm just happy to be a member that can help on the design review board.
Awesome.
It's been fun. Yes.
What's fun about it?
It's meeting new people, learning about the town. A lot of fun things. Yes.
Great.
Brian, how long have you been in town?
My whole life.
Yeah, he's a lifer.
Yes.
Well, there you go.
I'm a
Answer
lifer.
that question.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing about Boxborough being a lifer?
People.
Everybody
People.
says that.
It's been
Did I
great.
forget to ask you that question? Sorry, Becky. Get back to the mic. No. Well, we really, really appreciate that you raised your hand, that you are so involved in the community, both at the rec program and on the design review board and the historical commission. So thank you very much.
Cool.
Any questions for Brian? No? All right. I move to reappoint Brian Picca to the design review board for a term ending June 30th, 2028.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? All right. You're in like Flint.
Cool. Thank
All
you,
right, wait,
everybody.
one more.
Excited to
I
keep
move
serving.
Wait, you're not done.
Oh,
I
I
move to
got one more.
reappoint Brian Pickett to the Historical Commission for a term ending June 30th, 2028.
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain?
Excited.
Thank you.
Now you're done.
Thanks,
All right,
everybody.
Way to go.
I'm excited.
All right, now
Have
you
a good
are
night.
not going to believe this. Is George Powell here? George. Oh my goodness. George, you are raising your hand for the Public Celebrations and Ceremonies Committee. Tell us what you're
Jeanette,
excited.
why did you bribe?
Yeah, I was going to say, are you paying these people?
Yeah,
All right.
really. I mean, there's got to be something going on.
George,
here.
we'll talk quietly.
Obviously.
Well, George, we're really excited. Tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're excited to join the committee.
I'm George Powell. I am born and raised Boxborough, so lifer
Love
like
it.
Brian.
A lifer.
Yeah, I don't know. I did all these events as a kid. I kind of wanted to dip my toes into helping around at the town, and I thought that this would be a great place to start. You know, it's what I know. It's what I'd love to give back at. So.
I love that. You did all of this as a kid. So you've seen
Yeah.
kind of the evolution over time. And
Yeah. I've been to the Pfeiffer's Days. I marched in the Memorial Day Parade a couple times in the band at Blanchard.
What instrument did you play?
I played percussion. Except I was about like yay tall, so I had a marching snare on that would bang on my shin.
You were one of the kids with the giant.
Yeah, it wasn't the most fun for me at the time, but you know, in retrospect, I still loved it. I kept doing band. I still do music even in high school now, or in college
Amazing.
now, excuse me. So
Amazing.
yeah.
So what's your favorite thing about Boxborough?
Well, everyone said the people. Obviously, I've met like some of my best friends here growing up here my whole life, but I'm gonna go with the nature.
A lot of people say that too. Do you have a favorite trail in town, or?
It's a great question. I walk my friend's dog when he's away often.
Yeah.
So I'll go into Steel Farm and kind of hit the trails up back there. It's probably my favorite.
Well, it's nice and wide, and you've got water on one side, kind of a mountain on the other. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good choice. Good choice. All righty. I move to appoint George Powell to the Public Celebrations and Ceremonies Committee for a term ending June 30th, 2028.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstain? All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Keep an eye out for an email from Jeanette.
Finn is here.
So, okay. Finn. Hello, Finn. Haven't seen you since town meeting. So, Finn, you are here to join the housing board. Tell us some more. What are you excited about joining? What are you excited to do?
I've worked in behavioral health as case manager, residential program manager. Had to do a lot of work, a lot of times helping people with housing. That's a huge barrier for a lot of people dealing with any kind of mental health crisis or any kind of life crisis really right now. I also have a lot of personal experience with housing instability. As I had mentioned at the town meeting, I've moved pretty much every year of my adult life. So seeing that this appointment is until June 2028, I'm going to do my best to stay in the same town for 5 years in a row.
Well, we'll do our best to keep you then. How about that?
But yeah, I definitely feel like, especially after the town meeting, I felt like my perspective was not just needed, but very welcomed.
Yep.
And I really appreciated that. And felt like, I could put some dents in. My voice could make a difference here in this committee, and my perspective and my experience working with people and helping to connect people to housing resources and help with those things. I definitely think, it's a place where my voice can make a difference.
No, I would agree. And I would also agree on town meeting floor, people really respected and paid attention when you were speaking. And that doesn't, we sit up front so we can watch everybody. And yeah, I think your message was welcome and needed. And thank you for standing up, because I know that's not always easy. And thank you for raising your hand for the housing board.
No problem.
Yeah, and I just want to add the same thing. I think a new perspective is always welcome. I love seeing new perspectives, either on town meeting or on a committee, because people, we get the same people, and that they're all dedicated and they're all intelligent and smart people. But when we get new people who are intelligent and smart and eager, it really opens everybody's eyes and ears to what we could possibly do to make it better. So I really am grateful for you to just step up and join. Thank you.
All righty. All right, I move to appoint.
Oh, you're not going to ask me what I like?
Oh, what do you? Thank you. See, Becky. See, she knows how to play the game, and she plays by the rules. What is your favorite thing about Boxborough?
Rural vibes without actually having to be too far from not rural stuff. Can still get to the city within an hour. Can still get to most major town and city centers within 20 minutes. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I grew up in a rural area, but it was a rural area in Florida, so it was like
Any
an
gators?
hour and a half drive to the nearest grocery store, kind of rural. Which I love the rural environment, but Boxborough is just like a little bite-sized chunk of rural. It's nice. Yeah.
True. Fair enough. No, that's a really good assessment. It's true. Yeah.
And it's really I feel very blessed to have gotten to live here as long as I have so far. Usually, especially if you're low income, you get kind of shuttled into some of the higher density urban areas where there is some housing. So I feel like I was really, really lucky to find the condo that I did.
That's
And be able
awesome.
to stick to it as long as I have.
Amazing.
So.
Awesome. All right. Well, and thank you for reminding me to ask you that question. All right. I move to appoint Finn Verman to the Housing Board for a term ending June 30th, 2028.
Second.
Any further questions for her? All good. All right. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? All right. Thank you. And I see Al Murphy right there, so you'll be working with Al.
you, Finn.
Thank you, Al. She's adding to your team. And all the committees are going to be teams now. How about that?
We have a team now, yes, that's true. We're always open to new ideas. In fact, the more ideas, new ideas, the better. She's already contributed some chance. We went to a meeting.
See?
All right.
Nice.
And you have a meeting tomorrow night, right?
Yep.
So we'll need to get you sworn in.
Can we do that tomorrow?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get everything signed so you can be sworn in.
Right down in the town clerk's office.
All right, awesome. All righty. Now, the next are select board appointments. So should we just wait until we get to our list, or you want to do the select board appointments now?
I don't know if there's anybody else here.
Doesn't matter? No, I didn't see anybody else. I didn't see Michelle.
You're right, there's no one else.
I don't think there's anyone else here. All right.
You want us at the top.
What's that? Oh, yeah, we'll start at the top. All right. So how did we do this last time? We just read them all in a row? Wes told me how to do it.
Was it all like in one shot?
It was all in
Is
one
that- is
shot, and I
that-
think I
As
just
long
read
as
it
the
all in a
terms are
row.
the same, looks,
Well, okay,
yeah,
so the
the
first one,
terms.
sorry. So
there are
Well,
a few, like
you got
Claudine's
the
a different term.
Yep.
That's on the,
All right.
Christian
it looks
Sam
like-
or something.
Can we pull the CPC ones also?
Pull the CPC ones?
Just do them individually, not as a single vote.
Yep.
So if you do those
We did that a month
separate,
ago too.
Yeah.
Remember?
yeah, if you do the CPC one separate, the only other one that's not 2028 is CPC, just hold the CPC one separate and you're all set.
All right, so I'm
You do the rest.
holding,
Claudine.
There's two, there's Claudine
Right.
and,
And Michelle Ryan.
yeah.
all right, I'm pulling out Michelle, Ryan, where's Claudine's? And pull out Claudine's. Explain what? Oh, because we have to vote it individually. We can't do it like as a group one.
The time frame, right?
Oh,
One
because
is the
the-
time frame and the other
Sam
one.
could maybe
I'm
explain.
voting present on the CPC nominations because I have a separate position in my professional life that could be an appearance of a conflict. So instead of voting on everyone as a slate, I wanted to vote on those separately.
It's not that you hate the CPC.
I'm highly supportive of the CPC. It's the Community Preservation Act statewide coalition whose board on which I sit. So that is, I'm highly supportive of the organization.
I want everybody in
Yeah.
the audience to know that, because that was not clear last time.
I would say, by the way, that it is a land use board. So, you know.
There you go, John.
It's in finance.
okay.
Is it Kreiser? Kevin Kreiser?
Yeah.
All right, let's just start at the top. I move to reappoint Kevin Kreiser as a police officer to serve for an indefinite term.
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? All right, now we're going to do, it's a 4-0-0. Thank you, Kevin, for serving the town. We appreciate it. All right, now I'm going to do a whole bunch of people. I move to appoint Joe Ferguson to the Housing Board for a term ending June 30th, 2028. I move to reappoint Wes Folks to the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee for a term ending June 30th, 2028. I move to appoint Richard Grady to the Conservation Commission for a term ending June 30th, 2028. I move to reappoint Richard Hilton to the Design Review Board for a term ending June 30th, 2028. I move to appoint Brian Lynch to the, as the Board of Health member to the Water Resources Committee for a term ending June 30th, 2028. I move to appoint Cindy Markowitz as the Planning Board representative to the Water Resources Committee for a term ending June 30th, 2028. I move to appoint George Powell. No, George we did. Oops, I just didn't put a check there. I move to, that's it.
Warren O'Brien.
No, he's got a different term.
That's a separate one, okay.
That's it.
All right. Any further discussion about all of those appointments and reappointments?
No.
Do we
You
need a
have a
second?
seconded?
We need a second.
Is that someone
Oh,
else?
did you move? Okay, yep, I second it, yep.
Okay. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? All right. It's a good night. All right, now we're going to do the Community Preservation Committee. I move to appoint Claudine Lusk as the Recreation Commission representative to the Community Preservation Committee for a term ending June 30th, 2026. Is there a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstain?
Present.
All right. Yep, and one abstention, right, so that's 3-0-1. I move to appoint Michelle Ryan as the Finance Committee representative to the Community Preservation Committee for a term ending June 30th, 2028.
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain?
Present.
All right. All right, now we'll go back to Warren. I move to reappoint Warren O'Brien as a reserve police officer to serve for a term ending June 30th, 2020. That can't be right.
That can't be right.
2026.
2026. All right. I move to reappoint Warren O'Brien as a reserve police officer to serve for a term ending June 30th, 2026. Is there a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? All righty. I think that's everything except for the select board representatives. Do we want to just do those now?
Sure.
Sure.
All right. So I've been the select board representative to the housing board, and I'd like to remain so unless someone else. Now, I do see it's a term ending June 2028, so that is probably longer than my tenure might be. Who knows?
So
But
I'm going to jump on that then. I move to appoint Kristen Hilberg for a term ending June 30th, 2028 for the Housing Board.
Second.
any further discussion?
Now you got to re
Yeah. Now I have to stay? I have to run again?
See.
What if I don't get elected? All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? You guys didn't ask me what I love about Boxborough.
Yeah, we know.
Ha ha. All right, who's interested in the capital committee?
I'll do
Bob.
it. Yeah.
All right, I move to appoint Bob Stempel as a select board representative to the capital committee for a term ending June 30th, 2028.
Second.
Any further discussion? Bob, what do you love about Boxborough?
I love the atmosphere of people wanting to work together to move things forward and not get hung up on the details.
I think that's, all right, I'll take, that's a
Big
good
picture.
one.
I love
Big picture.
I love big picture.
Big picture. Any further discussion? All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? All right, you're in. All right, Select Board Representative to the Water Resources Committee. Any volunteers?
I'm happy to do it.
Here's how we all looked at you.
Sam.
I think they tracked this one.
You saw the eyes went.
This one was grooved, yeah.
All right, I move to approve Sam Anderson as a Select Board Representative to the Water Resources Committee for a term ending June 30th, 2028, after he tells us what he loves about Boxborough.
Well, the water resources, of course.
And I second that.
All the water? That's a good one. That's a good answer. No one has ever said all the water. Okay, all right. Bob seconded it. Any further discussion? Anyone from the crowd? No? All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain. All righty.
Anyone objects to the?
Nobody objected. Look at that. Nobody objected. You are all welcome to hang out and stay, but don't feel like you have to. Thank you so much for being here tonight. So, what's up?
She left.
All right, so we do have a couple of resignations. So Mary Sullivan, who is Dave McKiernan's wife, is of course also moving to Falmouth, and she's been serving on the Diversity, Equity, Inclusion Committee. So we accept with gratitude for her service her resignation.
Second.
So all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? All right. We wish you well, Mary. Sorry we didn't get to do this while you were here. We actually have somebody else resigning. Marty Stumbellis has also getting ready to move out of town. Same thing. Time to move on. She's been serving on the Council on Aging. I wish she was here. Quite a while. I want to say like 11 years or something like that.
I don't know.
But she's been a valued member of the Council on Aging. No, on the Council on Aging. How long she's been on the Council of Aging? On Aging, she's been on it for a long time. She was the school principal. Yeah, raised her kids here. I got to know her when my kids were little because I was moving into volunteer positions as she was kind of aging out of Blanchard, and she's just an amazing community member.
Was she Blanchard principal?
No, she's a principal in
okay.
Lowell. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
if I remember right. Might not be. All right, don't quote me on what she did for a living, but she was an educator. Anyway, I move to accept with gratitude for her service the resignation of Marty Stumbellis from the Council on Aging.
Second. unfortunately.
Thank you, Marnie, so much for your service, and we wish you all the best. All right, any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? All righty. I know. Somebody out there in the world counts how many times I say all righty during the meeting, so if they want to let me know how many times I say it, I am okay with that. It could be a drinking game. Oh my gosh, you guys would get sloshed if it was a drinking game. See, our part, okay, public celebrations, yay! All righty. Maybe I'll just start saying it like every other word.
That's 14, but who's
Is
counting?
that 14? You, it's you.
Need your tech person to have like a little counter.
Is that what it is? And they're just tick, tick, tick. Oh, funny. Oh my gosh, I want to say already, now I'm not going to. All right, we have some new business. The Conservation Commission is recommending that we develop a policy or bylaw prohibiting the use of second-generation anticoagulant rodenticides, or SJARs, in town, which I think is pretty amazing, because I do understand that that's basically decon, right? Like,
What is that?
it's rodent poison that causes their blood to...
Yes. So yeah, it's the stuff you see in for like rats, for like shoe box size black boxes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Outside of sometimes dumpsters, commercial space or whatever. They're also used inside commercial buildings sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
The town doesn't use any of those,
Which is good news, yeah. As a town, we do not use,
but I know the
That.
smaller ones also that they use for mice.
right,
I think those are the main
That-
things.
right, and a lot of pest control companies use them. So the real concern is that when those rodents run outside to find water, hawks, owls, other animals can eat them and then suffer, the consequences of the poison. That's my understanding. But is there anyone
They
from
get
Conscom?
Secondary poisoning?
Yes,
Okay.
secondary poisoning,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, in the, what was in our packet, it actually showed an owl that had died from rat poison.
I see
So-
Liz, and I also see Rita on the Zoom.
Oh,
I-
Rita,
I
did you
wonder
wanna
if
speak to
Rita's is here for this.
Yeah, I think Rita and I both, Rita for BC Trust and me on behalf of the Conservation Commission. I don't think there's any other commissioners here.
Yeah, tell us more, though. I kind of stumbled through it. I mean, I read the
Yeah, no,
packet last week.
honestly, I appreciate you hit all the high points. This is actually is a specific type of rodenticide. It's a second generation anticoagulant rodenticide, and it has a delayed reaction. It causes the mouse or the rat that ingests it to essentially have uncontrolled internal bleeding, but they don't die right away. They can sort of crawl off site, which is where they want them to die. But in the that means that as they're walking and debilitated, they are easy prey for hawks and owls and foxes and other things that prey on rodents. And really, they are having a devastating impact on rodents. On raptors, owls, and hawks in particular. So. This is not isolated. There are a number of towns that have started and have already banned these SCARs, is what they're called. That's second generation anticoagulant rodenticides. Concord, Arlington, Newbury, I think probably a couple more. I know there's an initiative going on at the state level as well, but what I'd like to see, or what the Conscom is asking, is that even though the town does not use these pesticides on town property, we don't really have a policy in place to say that would never happen. For example, nobody in the DPW is licensed to work with pesticides. So there's nothing right now stopping the town from working with an outside company for pest control and using the pesticides that way. So I feel like, what we're advocating, at least the Conscom is advocating, is that the select board adopt a policy that would say that none of these would be used on town property, and that further, since towns can't regulate private property use of pesticides, that we go further and do the home rule petition process for requesting that we be able to ban these rodenticides townwide, including private property. Again, there are a number of towns that have already done this, so I do have wording for, or I can get wording for warrant articles that would, at town meeting would have to vote on that for the select board to petition our state legislature. But I certainly, the Conscom would be happy to help throughout the process. But the first step is probably seeing if the select board would agree to adopting a policy that would ban rodenticides on town property, and then if they would also be agreeable to putting forward an article at town meeting to ban them townwide.
Any questions for Liz or Rita?
I like the idea on the town property. I'd like to get more information about on private commercial use. I don't want to tie the hands of our private restaurants and facilities and the businesses, but I'm not saying I don't want to. I would like to get more information on that part of it. I have no problem with the town property as far as banning it, but I would like more information if you're using it for private.
We'd be happy to provide some because there are alternatives. It's not the only rodenticide or way of managing the rat and mice population. So
we don't have rats.
I could certainly provide some information to the committee.
Great.
Priya and Sam?
No, Liz, when you mentioned that, we can bring it as a warrant article and also talk to the legislatures, are you wanting to do two-prong approach, one for the town, for private properties within town, and also push at a more state level? Is that what you're asking?
No. What the process would be is for town land, the select board can just adopt a policy.
Yeah.
Right, for our own property. But in order to ban the use of pesticides or the escars on private property in Boxborough, the state doesn't allow towns to do that. So you would, town meeting would have to agree to allow the select board to petition our state legislature through the home rule process to get, for us to be able to ban it townwide.
Okay. So, and that would be, the legislatures can approve it just particular towns at a time, or do they have to? Okay, all right.
And that's what they have been, that is exactly what is happening.
Okay.
I'll say there's by my last count, 19 towns that have pending home rule petitions in the legislature to be able to do this on private property.
19 pending. Do you know if any have been approved yet?
No.
That's interesting.
You don't know, or you?
There have been none approved.
There have been none approved.
Right.
Rita,
But they're all very young. It's very early.
Yeah, they're all in the past 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was going to ask Mike to explain that home rule petition process, and then Rita, and then Becky. How's that sound? So can you just kind of walk us through? Because, I'm definitely intrigued. And I'm going to tell you why. My daughter just got chickens, and then we immediately got an owl who would like to eat the chickens. But the owl is pretty cool. And so I would like that owl to continue to live. So tell us about home rule petitions.
Sure. Since this was brought several weeks back,
I don't want to do the chickens.
To be reviewed at this meeting, I've reached out to a number of communities. We're at different levels and looking at different types of prohibiting these rodenticides. So I've reached out to Arlington, which has created a policy, as well as Newbury, and I have the language from both of their policies. As was mentioned, Concord had a citizen petition this past May that got passed at their town meeting and is now under AG review. Maynard also did one, which is under review, as are many other communities. And then Orleans and Newton did home rule petitions, which are under review. So there's a number of different ways to do it. And some, like in Maynard, what they passed was a citizen petition just, I believe, just banning town property use. My understanding in speaking with the town administrator over in Maynard is that their next expected action is to go back with something that's gonna, like a home rule petition, to then, not allow it on private use either. And that would keep commercial pesticide companies from being able to, that's the only way you can really get this stuff, is through a commercial licensed person or a government licensed person. As far as the home rule petition, that would, as was mentioned, it would be taking an article, say to next May town meeting, putting an article in front of the voters, and it could be pretty brief. It's just, the townspeople authorizing the select board to put something in front of the legislature to allow a home rule petition, which would allow, it would be a law that would be passed that would only affect the town of Boxborough. But it would hold more than just town properties. It would prohibit the use in all applications within town. So commercial, government use, anything like that. And so it'd be just a simple vote. I believe it's just a majority vote of the townspeople at annual town meetings. So this would be an action that we could prepare for, do a little more research for next May's town meeting.
Sam, do you have any insight on home rule petition, and do you have any insight on the likelihood that the 19 towns that are looking for this might see satisfaction? Because I have to imagine pesticide companies or whatnot might lobby against it. Do you have any insight?
Yeah. So part of it is demonstrating to the legislature broad support for this, and to delegations of all of these towns around the state, that to their legislators, that there's support for eliminating this class of poison. There's also statewide legislation pending to phase out the registration of the products entirely, and I think part of it is, if there's all these home rule petitions, then that helps with the momentum towards the broad addressing the broader problem.
Sure.
But it is a statement for all these cities and towns that say we don't want this.
Right, so I gotta believe it's gonna be
communities.
easy for towns, but like Cambridge and Boston, it's gonna be really tough for them to put that in those cities.
Well, unless what he just said, we're just not allowed to have it in Massachusetts anymore. That you can't get a license
so other
to use it.
other states have started to phase it out. California, Rhode Island, Connecticut are working on phasing it out. The wildlife impacts are profound, and there's plenty of alternatives that are just as effective. The problem is there's a state law that prohibits. It's a preemption. So what it says is that towns can't regulate pesticide and herbicide applicators at all. It's sort of the exclusive purview of the state. So towns that have wanted to sort of get it out of their communities can't get around that law. So that's the home rule petition is basically an exemption to the state preemption.
So we'd be adding our voice to a larger voice.
Yeah.
Is really what this is about.
Because it's still, approval is still at the state level, no matter what.
Yeah, and licensure to apply the products is done at the state level.
Okay. I can't remember, did I say Rita or Becky next? What did I say?
Rita.
Rita.
Yes, I think that Sam and Liz have summarized things pretty well. If you do have questions, Mass Audubon site, just Google Mass Audubon and rodenticides, and it will bring you up to their pages that go in more depth, because it's not just hawk owls, it's eagles, a lot of stories, and it can also be your pet, be your dog, your cat. They get outside, they get, whatever. I know a couple of people who've lost pets to this.
That makes sense if a cat catches a...
I will add that the MSPCA is deeply involved in the advocacy effort as well. Because of the pets. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it would be a good resource, and also a lot of personal experience. I'm at our place in Maine right now. There are alternatives besides rodenticides, and I think it's just a matter of time. It's like turning the corner. Anytime you make a big change, like, there's going to be no smoking allowed on an airline or in a public space. Look how long it took to get that done.
Yeah.
So, I think that it would be good, just read, go to Mass Audubon's website, or, MSPCA is another one, and get up to speed on this. And the nice thing about Mass Audubon, they also have a whole list of all the different things that can be done. And it's not rocket science, and really limit when, a specific pesticide or wants to be used. So, that's all. Thank you.
No, thank you. Becky?
Well, I guess I have a question, because I didn't study your packet probably as carefully as I should. But is this something that I can't go into ACE and buy, right? This is something like somebody who comes in to spray my house for mice. So the things that Owen is buying to put in my basement because mice are eating the ivory soap will not be, like, you're not going to come to my basement and arrest me because I have little, okay.
Not for that.
Well, maybe something else. I understand that, but okay. No, I just because I'm thinking if you can buy it at Ace, how are you guys going to regulate it? But this is something that a pesticide,
It's
if
not
I call.
It's not available for retail
Okay.
sale. Some people buy it on the internet, but if you can buy it at Ace.
But
Buy
again,
anything
if
on the
somebody
internet.
buys it on the internet, you're not going to really be able to know, right?
Right,
So
because that was my one question. If this all goes through and everything else, whether we're home petition.
What's your
whatever,
enforcement?
Who regulates that?
That's why it has to
Yeah,
be
so
the
the
state.
so the pesticide board regulates all application of these chemicals.
so now you
It's
need
the
another
state.
board?
No, it goes to the
So-
state.
Oh, okay.
Goes to
Yeah,
the
want to
state.
explain that
Yeah.
again, Stan?
So
So the state
Speak
would have
into
to,
your
the state,
microphone a little bit more. There you go.
the way it works now is that if you call an exterminator, they come to your house and they'll put chemicals that they're licensed to use, and then and they report to the state their license number, the amount they use, where, time, whatever.
Oh, and on every house application, they have to do that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you can go to the MDR website. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
An astonishing amount of this is used across Massachusetts.
I just want to know about the little green things that we put out, because I'm not doing a trap and having them scream at me when they get caught. So.
That's a different kind of gross. I know. I hear you.
In the towns that I connected with, it was the Board of Health that was regulating it locally. So I would assume,
Every town's different how they want to do it. Honestly, for many towns, it has to do with what are the big landowners or property managers. Like in Boston, they've had a tough time with the housing authority. They've tried to get it off of municipal property as well, but like the sewer and the housing authority, it's like
Right.
a complicated thing. For a town like ours, I assume it would be. The town staff, oversees all of the land that we own, but it kind of depends. But if it's across a bunch of different agencies, sometimes a common oversight, like a Board of Health, is where they would go.
But my question was, any industrial site we have on site, if they brought in a commercial pesticide, that pesticide would have to give it to the state saying, we put it on this pesticide,
Yeah.
on this site in Boxborough.
Now, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, it seems like a good first step is to actually develop the bylaw or policy prohibiting its use
Yeah.
in town-owned property, and then we can take the next step of learning more about, bringing it to town meeting for a home rule petition. And I will say, we have 3 town meetings you can pick from, so pick your poison. Just kidding. Just
will
kidding.
say,
I had to say it. I had to say it.
I'll say, if it hasn't been obvious, by now I'm strongly supportive of moving through with both of these, and I'd be happy to support the CONSCOM on developing both of these
Oh, awesome.
initiatives.
Thank you, Sam.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
I think, later in this evening's meeting, we're going to be opening up the warrant for the upcoming October town meeting. I think that's coming quickly, and even December is coming quickly. I think my first thought is that this is going to take a little bit of development. I mean, the language is out there, but I think there's also some research and some information sharing and education. So I would think May might be the first time that we want to.
And I think especially we'll know more about the prospects for statewide legislation to move forward. But I'd be happy to have that strategic discussion with the CONSCOM and with you guys as well.
In the meantime, if the board was, wished to do so, we could certainly start developing a policy
Yeah.
that the board could do in the mean, and that could happen, over the next upcoming meetings. I could work with Sam, CONSCOM, and Rita in developing a policy and some of the language that I found. And I think we can prepare something to come back in a couple of meetings
Okay,
to show you a draft, if that works.
that works.
Does that work
me.
for you, Liz? And
Yeah, that
Rita?
would be awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, then I'm going to make the motion. I move that the Select Board support the Conservation Commission's recommendation and begin development of a policy prohibiting the use of second-generation anticoagulant rodenticides, or SCARs, in Boxborough, and further direct staff to work with Town Council and the Boxborough Conservation Commission to draft proposed language for the Select Board review.
Second.
Any further discussion?
There is a lot of towns and places on the website that have already started this. I'm just looking at the documents now, and it's like, holy smokes, there's a lot of people already, towns and cities supporting this, so yes, so now for the vote, absolutely.
So it will be, like I said, one more voice to join. Okay. All right, any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? That is 4-0 and nothing. Okay, next up.
Thank you so much.
What's that?
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're so
Thank you,
welcome.
Liz.
Thanks for bringing it to our
Thanks, Liz.
attention.
Thanks, Liz.
Thanks, Rita. Thanks, Liz.
All right, special town meeting target calendar. Mike, right on. Kelly, tell us about that.
Do we have one we can put up on the screen? Okay, great. So this is the calendar moving us up to the October town meeting. And it's in the packet, and it's now up on the screen. So as we talked about, tonight is when we want to open the warrant for articles to be received, and then keep it open for not too long of a time. I think really by the August 11th. So that we can stay on track to be, we know we've got a tight timeline to get to October. We're not expecting a ton of articles for this. I mean, the big focus is going to be MBTA communities.
Yeah.
And then hopefully zoning for some sort of governmental or public safety use. And we'll get an update on that later in the meeting. But
All right,
Can we get an update on the MBTA communities as well, or just the municipal use?
So Rebecca Verna, the chair of the planning board, is going to be joining the meeting in a few minutes.
Oh, great.
To give an update on the zoning, and I think she could probably also, if asked, give us an update on the MBTA communities at the same time. She'd be the best source of that information.
Oh,
Great.
I'm so psyched you can join us. What time did you invite her to join us?
I just texted her. She's going to be joining us in a couple of minutes.
Okay, great.
And I did not ask Alec to join us because it's his birthday, and I figured he ought to have the evening off, even though he's at work today.
Happy birthday, Alec Wade. All right. All right. I'd ask how old, but we're probably not allowed to. There's probably some reason. But at any rate, happy birthday, Alec.
Over 21.
Over 21, Alec. Then I hope you're out enjoying responsibly. All right. Well,
There's the mom.
that's the mother and the nana. That's right. Be responsible. All right. Well, while we're waiting for Rebecca, why don't you want to just go ahead and open the special town meeting warrant?
Yes.
Does anyone have an issue? I mean, this is an aggressive calendar. We're going to be moving right through it, and then going right into the December special town or January special town meeting stuff. So it's going to be a fun year.
As usual, Kelly has done a nice job outlining, where we are today to get to the special town meeting, starting on October 14th, going to the 15th, with some of the major checkpoints for this board and the finance committee to get us there, as well as language deadlines for boards, committees, commissions, and departments to get those things in and get the warrant, to the printer and out to people's mailboxes in time. And then also wrapping up with presentations due to administration so that we can get them up on the screen for the October town meeting.
Are we anticipating any other little cleanup-y type articles, or do you think it'll really be MBTA and government and
It
municipal
seems
use?
like a lot of times we have some things coming in. We're not aware of any late bills
Okay.
at this point, but sometimes around this time, we find something that, an invoice came in late or something, but at this point, we're not expecting anything else. Other than, we did talk about,
One that you could consider is...
Is your mic on? Is it? All right.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
The only one I can consider for the special town meeting is changing the bylaws to be able to adjust the dates for the annual town meeting and the election.
Yes, all right, okay, so let's not forget, yeah, we have to do that, yeah, all right. Yeah, we should probably do that in October.
Yeah. But those are the major focuses, though, the MBTA community, the zoning, and then the dates for May, June. And that would also impact the election. What had been discussed but not completely voted or decided was moving the town election to June.
Yeah.
And when that vote takes place, we'll have Town Clerk Becky Harris in for that discussion
Okay.
as well, probably the next board meeting.
Okay, all right, sounds good. Okay. Should we go ahead and open the warrant then?
Yep.
I move to open the warrant, the upcoming special town meeting scheduled for October 14th and October 15th, 2025, and accept articles for consideration until August 11th, 2025.
Seconded.
Any further discussion, questions, or comments? I don't see any hands. All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
We have to wait for Sam.
Oh, let's wait for Sam, sorry. Yep, sorry. Okay.
Play the Jeopardy music.
That feels kind of mean.
This is the Gregory Lombardi design. I think that's
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's.
Oh, Rebecca, is that you? Are you Gregory Lombardi Design?
Yep.
Hi, Kristen. Yes, I am. I'm sorry I couldn't change my name on there, so it's on my work account.
No, totally fine. That happened to me in your last planning board meeting. I think the way it's set up, like I couldn't change my name either, and I was like, "Hey, Hilber," you know. I'm like, I wanted to fix it. I'm Kristen. We're just waiting for Sam to come back, and then we'll kind of pick it all up again. But thank you for coming in tonight and being willing to give us an update.
Of course. Thanks for the invite.
Absolutely.
And Mike, thank you for the little tip that you're starting this conversation.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Absolutely.
I would have forgotten. Kelly reminded me.
Go, Kelly. All right. All right, Sam, we are going to open the special town meeting warrant, and then Rebecca's here, and she'll give us an update on what's going on with the planning board right now.
Yeah, we already have
You
a
already have
motion
a-
and.
Yeah, so,
second.
we didn't want to vote without you. So, yeah, so I moved to open the warrant for October 14th and 15th.
Seconded.
And it was seconded, so.
All right. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? All right, 400. Okay, so Rebecca, because, you know, the October special town meeting is really going to be planning board driven, because we've got the MBTA overlay, Communities Act, and then the governmental and municipal, language for zoning. We thought it would be great to invite you in and give us an update on your working meetings, and then what's coming next, so to speak.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. I think it's probably a pretty short and sweet update for you. I know some of you were able to join us for our meeting, which was great to get additional people on the call. We met on the 16th of July to have a working session together. At that time, the board discussed whether we should be taking this up as public safety only, or if we should try to tackle the larger municipal uses definition. And I think the board was kind of split. Half the board, two members wanted to move it forward with just trying to stay with the focused public safety use, but the majority of the board wants to move forward with trying to tackle the whole municipal uses site-wide or town-wide, I should say. So right now, I guess through our working session, we went through and essentially went through the use regulations, and the board started, giving some tolerances to the use regulations, use by use. So we did not agree on or some members wanted to get some public feedback before checking off all of the boxes. So not all of these regulations have been assigned a yes or a no or a special permit or whatever else we're going to end up doing. But because we're trying to seek some public comment now. So that will be occurring on Monday. We're going to be opening a hearing for this use to hopefully get some feedback from the community members about what they might like to see as part of this use table.
Awesome.
So we still have a lot of work to do ahead of us. We have to start getting some text together, obviously, for what this proposal will be, but we still, the bulk of the board wanted to get this right to hearing so that we can start hearing from the community, and that will start on Monday.
Awesome. So, all right, so I have a question. So I attended one of the Council on Aging events, and then a couple of people called me. They had seen the posting for the public hearings, must be Boxborough News. They didn't tell me where they saw the postings. But the question from the seniors was they didn't understand how the hearing process worked and what time each hearing was going to start. So the request was, because they felt that the MBTA Community Act had been pretty well discussed, would it be possible to start the public hearing with the zoning change only because by 8:30 they're tired and they're usually in bed and they can't participate anymore. And so I said I would bring it back and just ask. I don't know how that works, and I didn't see the public posting, but is there a designated time for each one, or do you have flexibility to kind of accommodate the senior requests?
No, I think we may still have the ability to make some adjustments to the agenda at this point, Kristen. So
that would be super nice.
Yeah, I typically meet with Alec on Wednesdays to kind of set the agenda. So that will be happening this week, and I will take that into my back pocket and hold that information. Because there is so much feedback anticipated. I think we will try to structure the meeting so that we can get through both items, because it's a lot. It's a lot of content. So, but we will try to set some times for that going.
No, I really appreciate it, because all the heads were nodding, and it was a pretty good turnout. And I laughed because I'm usually in bed at 8:30 too, except on meeting nights. So thank you for taking that into consideration.
There was one other. Just
no, it's okay. Go ahead.
Well, just before you let Rebecca go, I know Sam had asked, could they get an update on MBTA communities?
Oh yeah, I was going to just go right
down
down
with
that.
Yeah, okay.
No, we weren't done. Oh, we are not done yet.
Okay.
No, Rebecca, you're here for life. And let's just move right down the table. Bob, do you have any questions about anything right now?
No, that's fine. I just wanted for the MBTA. No, that's it. Rebecca, yeah, we appreciate your flexibility. If you could do what the COA asked, as far as doing that one first.
Oh, I want to be clear. It wasn't like Kim. It was people that were all at the coffee and all that. It wasn't Kim that asked.
No, I'm saying it was
The COA.
It was the COA.
He didn't say Kim. He said the
all right,
people
okay,
at the
all right.
COA.
The people. All right. I just didn't want anyone to. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was citizens that asked.
Yes, it was. It was citizens that asked, and I appreciate it, because Wednesday morning is my meeting with the COAs, and if you can accommodate it, it'll be one less
discussion point.
Yeah, with discussion point, I'll have to bring to you. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, if she can meet with Alec before you meet with them,
No,
just kidding. All right, moving along. We'll be here all night. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't have anything. Thank you, Rebecca.
Yeah, of course.
Sam, did you have questions about the MBTA?
Nope. Oh, the MBTA?
Well, this is
one
because
update.
both
Just
hearings are going to be the
progress
same
update.
night.
Yeah, just progress update
on
on the 3A progress.
Yeah. So we're taking that up on Monday as well again. The advisory group, which I'm also on with Rich Gazzardi, the 3A committee, made a recommendation to the planning board for a site. I know Alec has been meeting with some abutters to the property. It has not been voted on by the planning board yet, and there's been some additional information that's been requested through Alec. So we should have updates on that on Monday, and then I think we're getting hopefully closer to getting a vote for MBTA's.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you, because, I mean, we just opened the warrant, and we think it's just, I didn't pay attention to when you dialed in, but it looks like it'll just be 3 articles, adjusting annual town meeting and election dates, the MBTA Community Act, and then the zoning article. So it'll be a busy night for you guys.
Hopefully we can get through it all in time for that. We're trying, though.
Oh, we appreciate it, and we know it's a lot of work. So, yeah, we appreciate it. All right. Well, thank you for dialing in. I really appreciate that, too.
Yeah, of course. Have a great night. Thank you so much.
You too. Good night.
Bye.
What?
Did you have?
I was hoping.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, you can talk to us.
Maybe one of you guys can answer. Can I get like a
Just get a microphone. Just get to a microphone. You can pull it to you.
I am so sorry.
Because
Do you want to text her
we're
now?
live in TV. We're
Yeah.
live in TV land, and everybody.
So I've looked over briefly the MBTA stuff and seen some of it at the last housing meeting I was at. Can I get like just a too long didn't read explanation of what the MBTA communities like thing is?
Do you want to ask
Like
Rebecca to
if
do
somebody's
that?
just tuning in right now, you know.
Sure. So what that is, it's it's legislation that was passed under when Charlie Baker was the governor, and it was to get more housing in general around the state, especially near MBTA commuter stations. So there's a part of it that impacts communities that have a train stop within the community, and there's another part that impacts communities that are adjacent to a community with an MBTA. So we are an adjacent community, and what it allows for is dense housing that's up to, I think it's up to 15 units per acre. So this 3A community is or a committee is a group of residents that have been working with the town planner to look at what are the possible places in town. I think they've looked at 3 or 4 around town, and they've prioritized. There's one that they've identified as, that they've recommended to the planning board. It's over on the Littleton end of town, somewhere off of Hill Road, I believe.
Yeah, it's where Meanmore is, at the end of Hill Road.
I'd have to look at the map, but like, yeah, that top corner of
Yeah.
Box Road is gonna
Exactly,
be
because you
closer
could
to
actually
Littleton.
walk to the train station in Littleton from right there.
Yeah.
If
I was
you-
just like looking at the map and I'm just like, where would be the closest? It'd be like maybe
And I
about
think-
a mile
And I
walk.
think that one
Yeah.
is the closest. It is about a mile to the commuter station.
Yeah.
And that was that was kind of the genesis of that act, is to get dense housing so that people could get into housing and have access to get to work or other places they need to get to.
So
And
that's going to end up being probably affordable housing, or is it just housing in general? Or is there a certain percentage of it going to be affordable housing?
There is
think
no,
it-
as my understanding is there's no
there isn't.
affordable housing component. It just allows the density.
Density.
It's
just that-
multifamily.
Yeah, just multifamily units, doesn't have to be low income.
So basically it overrides
be.
our zoning, which
It
is
can, right,
currently.
it can.
Certainly could be.
I mean, it would be
Right.
especially beneficial having it near the train
Correct.
station, right?
The,
Right.
the law doesn't require the compliant district to have affordable
Okay.
units, but it certainly can.
But it's something that the planning board could, have as part of the plan. No?
They could. And
I don't think,
but
well, I don't think
thi-
so,
I mean,
because it's,
the developer could.
the
Not for the
developer
zone-
could.
not for the
yes.
zoning
All right.
change.
Right,
The
not for the
zoning
zoning
change,
change.
no, but in terms of somebody came forward with a plan, possibly.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've given a terrible explanation to that, but if you tune into Monday's planning board meeting, they'll be taken up, as Rebecca mentioned, the MBTA community. And Alec is very well versed on that.
Yeah,
He's
they're going
our-
to be explaining it more at that one.
Exactly, and they'll be taking questions as well. The other thing is, you could just pop into downstairs, the land use director, Alec Wade. You could walk in almost any time, or you could reach out to him.
I'll give him a call.
I could send you his contact information.
Yeah. I could probably catch it at the Monday meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, thanks for the question.
Since we've been talking about the Mass Audubon website, I will say the CHAPA website has a lot of excellent resources on the law and what it means for communities.
Excellent.
The CHAPA website,
Yeah,
CHAPA?
Citizens Housing and Planning,
Citizens
Authority.
Housing and Planning
Authority.
Authority.
something, yeah, chat,
Is
yeah.
it
CHAPA.
Authority?
Yeah,
Okay,
but they're an awesome organization that's been supporting implementation
yeah,
of this law across the eastern half of the state.
yeah. Yeah, so two things. It's on the front page of the town's website, and then the CHAPA, CHAPA, would have more. And I have to tell you, whenever I call Alec, he always answers the phone, and he even has caller ID. But he says he doesn't look at caller ID because I would assume he wouldn't pick it up sometimes. So, but yeah, you can always give him a call too. Very knowledgeable. All right. Okay. Let's see. Old business. Any old business?
Liaisons.
We're going to move to liaisons. All right. Do you want to put it up on the screen? Thank you. Thanks for coming tonight.
Good night, guys, thank you.
Can you make it bigger, please, for me? Oh, Bob printed it. All right, we're good. All right. So Kelly, why don't you explain to everybody how this works? So we've got V's, we've got L's, we've got blank spots.
So the V is for voting, so 7 through 12, you've already voted tonight for.
Yep.
So I can fill that in tonight. And then 14 and 15, if you guys want to remain the same as you guys did last year, there will be no change, so the V is for voting. And then down below, L just means liaison.
Okay.
And then the yellow is highlighted the boards and committees that David had, so I just highlighted it and put it under Sam's name, just to make it easy, but he doesn't have to take that, but that's.
Well, I noticed, Kelly, you did a smart thing, which is put CPC away from my column, which is nice because I don't think I need to support that committee. I would love CONSCOM if whoever wants to give that up. I don't know,
Well, all right,
I don't know who column E is, but
Okay, sorry, so Sam, you're B.
I'm fine with all of the yellow ones you filled in for me there.
E is Bob, so Bob, if you want to swap it, I guess.
Right.
Right?
So I can take.
Wait, go back up to the top. So, all right, Kelly, let's just start at the top. Let's just go through it.
Yeah,
All right,
okay.
so take the yellow off capital committee because we appointed Bob for that.
We got that one.
So that one's all set.
Yep.
All right, perfect. All right, so, and then design review is Wes, diversity inclusion is Wes. All right, fire station building committee is Priya. All right, water resources committee, we voted Sam,
Sam, yep.
and he's a voting member on that one, right?
Yes.
B.
Okay.
You say so.
Yep, you are.
You are now.
Right, okay. All right, Wes gets to keep small cell committee. I think typically the chair of the select board does magic.
Yep.
All right, next up, Acton Boxborough Cultural Council. Priya, do you want to keep that one, or are you ready to try something new?
I could take the sustainability.
You'd rather sustainability?
Yep.
All right, so who wants Cultural Council? So take L off of that, Cal. Do me a favor, take that. And then just highlight it so we know to come back to it. Like pick a different color and we'll come back to it. Like pick light green or something for go. We'll pick some. No, highlight the whole line. Just highlight
The box.
the whole, or Action Box. I don't care what you do. Yeah, just so we know to go back to that.
Yep, good.
All right. Is anyone interested in Agricultural Commission?
I'll take it.
All right, so Sam will take that one.
Does Owen still
Awesome.
chair that?
That's just a liaison, not a
Yeah.
voting, not a voting, right?
Right.
And then take the yellow off. And you might have to hit return because you're in Excel, like, yeah, get out of the cell to go back into the cell.
Go to a different cell.
Yeah, go to a different cell and then go back to the cell and you can take the yellow off. I know, Excel's weird like that. And I'm sure someone who's better at Excel than me understands it more. All right, Cemetery Commission, who wants that one?
I'm happy to take that one also.
All right, go Sam.
Does Owen chair that too?
Oh.
I'll just, yeah, sure.
There you go, awesome.
Is there like a Owen slate? You can just. You know.
All right, CPC. I'll take CPC unless somebody else wants it.
No, take it. 'cause
What's that?
that's money. Take it.
Right, that's why, because it's money and it's, yeah, so I'm happy to do that one, right? Well, yeah. Well, then you kind of know what's going on, too. Stop mocking me down there.
I don't think it's.
Okay, we're good. Keep
All right,
going.
ConsCom. Now, Bob, do you want to keep ConsCom, or Sam, you just said you wanted ConsCom,
Well, I
right?
was going to support them with the.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was going to support them in the rodenticide stuff.
If you want to, Sam, sure.
Yeah.
And of course,
Yeah.
Pop over there
I know
then.
them and I know a
Yeah,
lot
and
about
you're
it. Yeah.
already helping them with. some
That's
of
what
the
I mean
things.
with that stuff. Yeah.
All right, so take it off of
trade
Bob
you,
and move
yeah.
it over to Sam.
Did you guys give me the chair?
What's
The
that?
booby trap.
Did you get the bad chair?
Yeah.
Sorry, newbie.
Yeah.
Newbie chair. Okay, let's see. Where are we? Agricultural Committee, Council on Aging. Bob, are you going to keep that one?
Yeah, considering, hello.
All right. EDC.
Maybe an upload.
That was you.
We'll have a-
All right, I would like to get off of that one. Does anybody else want EDC?
EDC?
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, Sam,
Sam.
wait a minute.
Sam.
That's another. That's a land use board.
Yeah.
Well, it's economic development, right?
No,
Yeah,
but I mean,
yeah,
in
building
the,
businesses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take
historic-
that.
The
That's
basic
good
is
deal.
land use,
I'll
but
take land use.
it opens up to.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Let's see. Historical Commission.
Sam? Sam, I am.
Is that a Dave McKiernan one? Sure. Yeah.
All right. Sam is going to take that one.
We know
All
who
right.
the newbie is. He's
I'm
he's
done
opening
now,
up way
right?
too
Can I be done?
much.
Yeah.
Well, and you always have all of us for support.
I know.
All right. Housing Board. What? He does.
Housing
Don't scare him.
board,
So
No,
I
we're
wanted to
running
stay on
down,
Housing
yeah.
Board, so
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
cool. Personnel Board.
That's me.
Is
That's
Bob.
Bob, yeah.
All right. Public celebrations. I would actually like public celebrations, and Wes isn't here to defend himself, so I'm going to take it.
So wait, what does Wes have?
Yeah, we could give Wes. Why don't we can give we can
Maybe
give,
the cultural council.
yeah, let's give Wes Cultural Council, and if he really doesn't want it,
All right.
we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Oh, poor Wes.
But yeah, and then RecCom. You've got RecCom.
I got Redcom.
All right. Steel Farm. Oh, who
Hold
wants
on.
Steel Farm?
We can give that to Wes.
We'll go to Wes. That's a fun group.
So,
So give Wes Steel Farm
And you want sustainability.
yeah.
over. Yeah,
Yep,
yeah,
you
that's
got it.
Wes.
You
Yeah.
got it. Yep.
And then
So, Priya, did you want to stay?
Priya
yeah, I'll
wanted
take-
sustainability.
Yep.
Oh, that's nice because then you're okay. Perfect. So Priya is
Yeah, you got
Priya,
it.
now, just so everybody knows, the Fire Station Building Committee is a huge, huge heavy lift, which is why Priya gets a break on being lots of other
Yeah, it does. Yep.
committee members.
So, Acton Boxborough Cultural Council.
Let's
is
give that to Wes.
Seems like a West joint.
Yeah.
They do, actually, they're a lot like Public Celebrations Committee. They do the parties and all the fun stuff, so, all the arts and
Who's
culture stuff.
do we have one for pieces? Oh, we just gave it.
And then,
Yeah.
let's see, is that
Wait,
everything?
Wait, who do we give public celebrations to?
Me,
Kristen.
Christian.
I asked
Oh,
for
so
it.
you and Wes, okay, so you and Wes will do it.
No,
I
Wes is not on it anymore. Wes is now doing,
But the other one you
yes,
just did.
exactly.
Okay, fine, yeah. And then
Well-being,
sustainability is.
well-being is you.
Is me, yep, I'm good. And zoning board of appeals, that's you?
That's Christian.
Yeah,
right?
I'll do ZBA.
All right, done.
All right. Sure.
Doesn't the capital committee have 2 members of the select board and 2 members of FinCom?
It does.
We already have,
I think there's 2 on there.
you only have 1 person up. You only have 1 person.
Oh, all right, can you go back up to Capcom and, oh, we only have Bob?
Yeah.
All right, we didn't appoint,
It's gonna be money.
who else
Capital,
is?
how often? We don't meet that often, right?
No, it's 3 or 4 times
We only
a year.
appointed Bob.
Yeah, I
Well, we
could do
could,
that.
you can appoint me. You can add me to the
I-
capital committee
I
unless,
could do that
unless you
one.
want it.
Yeah.
Oh, let's give it to Priya then. You sure?
Yeah.
Well, that kind of makes sense with Fire Station
Yeah,
Building
yeah.
Committee and Capital.
Yeah.
All right, so I move to appoint Priya to the, I move to appoint Priya as one of the select board representatives to the Capital Committee for a term ending June 30th, 2028.
Second,
Is it, I'm assuming it's the same term, Cal? I'm assuming it's the same term? If we have 2 select board members?
Yeah, for 3 years, and if that person
Yeah.
drops off, we just replace it that year that they drop off.
Yeah.
All right, do I have a second?
yeah, second.
Any further discussion?
So they
So
sign,
it's-
they sign up for 3 years unless they leave the board.
Right,
Got it.
right. Okay. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstain? All right, so it's, all right, and then which is the other one that needs to, Mary?
The only other comment I have is, on the top there where it says housing board and you're on it, that's actually the housing trust.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah,
right,
yeah.
That's right, that's right, it did change. Yeah.
All right, the motion was to the housing board, so we probably ought to change that. I want to amend. I'm not a voting member on the board. I'm a liaison on the board, but a voting member of the trust. That's what I did this year. I wasn't a member of the housing board. I was just a liaison. Yeah, the Affordable Housing Trust is a voting member. And then I'm liaison. Right, so so I actually have to amend my motion. Or somebody has to amend the motion to appoint me as a select board representative to the Affordable Housing Trust. And I think, Bob, you made the motion.
Okay, I'll amend it to say the housing trust as opposed to the housing board. If I can find it.
Here, right here. Sorry, I'm looking scribbling. I made it right here.
There we go. I move to appoint Kristen Hilberg as the select board representative to the housing trust.
Affordable Housing. No, wait a minute, where is it? Isn't it Affordable Housing Trust? What's the actual name of it? Affordable Housing Trust. Right, the Affordable Housing
I
Trust.
move to appoint Kristen Hilberg as the select board representative to the Affordable Housing Trust for the term ending June 30th, 2028.
Second.
Any further discussion? Thank you for your patience. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstained? All right, that's cleaned up. And then, that's it, right? All right. We'll take a look at it later. We can always amend. All right, could I see it really quickly, Cal, though, one more time? Like, make it small. I just kind of want to see that, hopefully we're pretty fairly portioned out. Oh, thank you. I'm good. Beautiful. If you just make it now, I know I should make it big before, and now make it a little smaller. I just kind of want to see how it's.
Do you want it bigger than that?
No, make it smaller so we can. I want to see how. I just want to make sure no one's getting nailed with too many liaisons. Oh, it's looking like Sam might have a. Oh, I guess.
I stopped after the top half.
Okay. So actually, no, it actually is pretty fair. Bob, you have a ton, and like we said in the beginning, Priya's got your Priya's committees are heavy load committees. So.
Right, the only one could be Wes, a little like this.
Well, you know what we'll do is at our next meeting, if Wes would like to pick up anything else, we can always talk about it.
Kristen, you've got a
What?
lot. Can you do all those?
Yeah, that's fine, actually.
As chair?
No, I'm looking right now. Yeah, ZBA is a light load. Public celebrations, I'm excited about. Housing board, I'm excited about. CPC, I'm excited about. Yeah, I'm good. And then I do attend the school committee meetings, not as a voting member or anything, but just because I think it's important that we build relationships with Acton, with their officials. So anybody wants to go to that one too. Okay, all good.
It's actually pretty fair.
No, I do. I feel like it's pretty fairly shared out. Good. Okay. Thanks, everybody. All right. Reports and announcements. We'll start at this end.
I already gave my
Oh,
announcement,
that's
so
right.
I'm
You
good.
did yours early.
Yep.
Rajan, you got anything?
Nothing as of right now. The only thing I would just say is we did do an internal advertisement for the DPW position for that was passed at town meeting, and we've selected an internal candidate for that.
Oh,
just
great.
working to get an offer letter for the position.
All right. Good. Okay. Sounds good. It's the summer, so I got nothing. Bob, you got anything?
Yeah, I got just two general announcements. One, people have heard about this. In fact, so I'm just giving as an update. First, the sidewalk on Mass Ave between Mike, the town administrator, and Ed. they've worked with the state and numerous back and forths, which the state clearly didn't have a clue what we asked for at a certain point. They came back and they agreed with what we're trying to do is to protect our children and residents from crossing Mass Ave. They've agreed to put a sidewalk light that will be human activated. You gotta push the button to flash the lights. It's like the one in West Acton right now.
Oh, or at all the rail trails, like when the rail trail crosses the
Right,
street.
so it
they go
flashes
toot, toot, toot.
flashes a bright yellow light.
Oh, good.
And so they've agreed now to put it on the far side of the fire station. So if you're heading east towards Acton from Harvard, you have to go by the police station and go by the fire station. There is a crosswalk there now, and that is the one where they will put the flashing lights at right now. We wanted it, we requested it up by the police station because it appears more people are there, and for numerous engineering reasons, they couldn't do it this year. Hills and everything else, so we said, fine, we'll get one. But they said we will leave it on the board, and if they come in, I think Mike is correct, I think they said if they find more money, they'll reconsider putting it up by the police station by that one on that entrance as well.
Right, correct.
That's kind of a bummer. It's 60, I mean, I get it. A lot of people crossing down by the fire station to get to park cars, but we have all those kids that are walking from Middle Road, Stowe Road, Boxborough Meadows that are
Yeah.
crossing up at the police station, and we couldn't get them to change their mind.
Well, there were two problems there. Up the current crosswalk closest to the police station, the state couldn't do it because it wouldn't, if they change it, it's got to become ADA compatible. And like Bob was saying, it slopes up towards the school, and they weren't going to be able to do that and make it ADA compatible. So what they proposed was get rid of the two existing crosswalks, put one in between the two, and put the lights at it. But it was going to be at the middle of where fire trucks enter and exit. So, we currently have a fire station there, and we will for the next couple of years. So it just didn't work.
didn't make
It would be unsafe.
Okay.
So the only way to get them lit this year was to put it where the one is closer towards the library.
Okay.
Where
that's
the
too
existing
bad.
was. Yeah, but it's the best we could come up with that they could do and remain ADA compatible and also within the affordability of what they could do this year.
All right, it's progress.
Exactly.
It's
So
progress.
hopefully it's going to be. They said they could start it in August. So hopefully that'll be ready for a school opening.
Okay, we'll take it.
And
All right,
then-
anything else?
And then the other one is the people who use Flag Hill and Summer Road. People, that's where the old it used to be called the Joyce Industrial Park, where that is. There's, if you know, on the property line, there's a resident who lives there who's got a very steep curve right there. And the DPW has worked with the vendor, and we're getting quotes that we're going to put a guardrail up on that corner. And it's not so much a hazard right now, but it's more of a hazard in the wintertime with the snow and ice, that if a person is coming from Acton, turning left onto Flag Hill, there's a possibility of them sliding down that embankment. And that embankment is probably 20 feet down, and it goes into a stream. So there's a real potential for harm coming to a person driving a car or being in a car. So Ed worked with the vendor, and it has, I believe we have the quote. I think, do we have the quote, Mike?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, we're in the process of getting a quote to put a guardrail to cover that whole area. So should a person slide off the road, they'll hit the guardrail and not go down the ditch.
So it's funny, this was an initiative that you brought forward, and my son rolled his truck down that hill when he was in his 20s, coming home from work in an ice storm. So, I mean, and that's just one person that rolled his truck down the
And
hill.
there's been,
Yeah.
there was just one in the.
You didn't even know about that when you brought it forward. So it's not nepotism or, whatever that might be.
No, I didn't know. But I know when I was.
A nepo guardrail.
When I was on the fire department, we went there a couple of times, and we just had one now in the spring this year. Granted, the person didn't go all the way down. They would actually hit the telephone pole, so it ended up being fine, but.
When is hitting a telephone pole better?
Because you didn't go upside down in the water and drown.
Okay, all right, okay.
And it was funny. Just by chance, I happened to see the vendor at the time, and he said, "Oh yeah, you need a guardrail here."
Yeah.
It's
just the way the road goes. Yeah.
Exactly. So
well,
that's
thank you for that. Yeah. Priya, how are things going at the fire station?
So on the July 10th meeting, I wasn't able to attend that one, but it looks like we're still looking at new sites. and some old ones. So it's 700, 832 Mass Ave is still in the picture, 1300 Mass Ave, 1414 Mass Ave, 502 and 72 Store Road, and the new one that I think got added that was 40 Cunningham Road. We are also having the listening sessions on Mondays. I think today was the second one.
Yes.
That was happening, and then last week in our meeting, we approved. Context came up with the proposal for additional site investigations. We approved up to like 87,000 for any additional site work.
Exploration, yeah.
If the committee kind of agrees on a site other than the ones that we have not already investigated on. Am I right? Am I saying it correctly?
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
and before any of that money was spent, it was going to come back to the Fire Station Building Committee again to, for a vote for which site that was. And that 87,000 was a not to exceed amount, so it would be that amount or less, depending. Most of the sites would have less work than that from both the civil engineers and the architect, but that would be the maximum amount for the most difficult of the sites being looked at.
Yeah, and I think right now we have, I want to say close to 160,000 that is left,
Correct.
right? And the proposal that they gave is for like a 4-week time frame, is it, Mike?
Yes, they were going to be able to do their work in 4 weeks
Weeks,
and
yeah.
on 2 weeks' notice to get started.
Yeah.
All right, I want to express
And
some
one
significant
other
concern.
thing,
Go ahead.
one other thing is also like Alan this past weekend, we did flyers for the upcoming public hearing on August 4th. And
Great.
Alan passed out a whole bunch of flyers, and he did give us some feedback, stating that a majority of them like really want the zoning to be like resolved. They feel like we shouldn't be, like it's something that should be fixed quickly
Yeah.
and not dragged upon.
Right,
So
right.
hopefully we'll get that.
All right, so I'm going to express a concern that we're looking at sites we've investigated before. People are coming up with these new ideas that are not new because there's only so much land in Boxborough and pretty much everything has a history. So I'm a little concerned that we have $160,000 roughly dollars of taxpayer money left, and we're prepared to possibly allocate $87,000 to look at stuff we've already looked at again. So I just want to express my concern that is not the best use of our dollars or our time. And I understand that there are people that are new to the process or new to the discussion, and they want to understand why. Well, I think, why haven't you looked at, pick a street? Well, we have, and let me show you where the information is. There's nothing new. We're not making any new land. There are no new locations.
Yeah.
So I really would, and again, I understand wanting to have, if anybody likes to talk, it's me at this board, right? I understand wanting to give everybody their time to express their concerns and their ideas and all that, but at some point, we just have to move forward with what we know is viable.
I totally agree, and I think that's something that we will probably be discussing in our next fire station, because tomorrow somebody else could come.
I have a great new idea. Let's put it on Picnic Street.
And might be like really vested but haven't been following what has been going on for the past 10 years, right? Like, and all of a sudden I'm interested, I have time now, let's relook at things. There's never going to be an end. Like, we are going to be going around in circles. And I think at some point we need to let them do the research, go back and look at all the recordings of what we have done, and put a stop to this. And hopefully we will be able to like bring this up to the chair of the Fire Station Building Committee, and as a whole, as a committee as a whole, we can come to a consensus on it and definitely move forward, because I think we need to, because my thing is, since May when we had the annual town meeting, we are now looking at end of July. We have spent $4,000. Like, I know people don't like to hear it, but I have to say it because we have spent $4,000 every day extra since the annual town meeting, and we have not gotten anywhere, and we have not done much extra work on the fire station building committee as a whole. Like, I mean, I know giving people a voice and listening and hearing and doing all those is important. I'm not belittling that, but we have not actually done any engineering work, any like further studies, anything, nothing has been happening. So I'm a little frustrated, but I do have to I do respect that. I'm sure the chair has reasonings behind why she's doing what she's doing. So I respect that, and I'll be patient, but I think I also have to, I will be expressing my concern that we need to wrap it up and move this forward.
So that $4,000, just roughly, that's $250,000.
Yeah, we've already spent.
Since town meeting.
Since town meeting, yes. And.
To clarify, it's added to the.
Yes, yeah.
Right, we haven't really spent $200,000.
No,
Yeah.
right.
It adds to the cost.
It's escalation
$250,000 will be added to whatever price tag we could have had the building built for, had it been approved at town meeting.
So as an example, if the building was built 10 years ago, it would have been half the price of what it'll cost right now. And, at $4,000 a day, it just keeps escalating, and that's at a 4 to 5% escalation rate. And so, we can't drag our heels on it. We have to move forward at some point.
Yeah.
And I continue to knock on doors of commercial and residential properties and continue to run into obstacles. And a lot of them are obstacles that the town has faced already with the same properties, and it's challenging.
Yeah. And I think we've also looked at similar towns and like where they are. I think people are not satisfied till they want to sometimes it feels to me like, people want to hear what they want to hear, and so they're gonna keep pushing us to go and look for stuff till they get the answer they want to hear, right? There might be one or two somewhere that they can latch on to. I don't know. That's my feeling. Hopefully I'm proven completely wrong. I'll be the first one to say I'm sorry. I'm wrong, but that's how I feel at this point.
I understand there's a little bit of being gun shy. You came forward at town meeting with the best site at that time, and it didn't move forward. It's still a viable site, and I can understand there's some apprehension about whether the town will actually go for that if that one's brought back. But I'm just concerned that a very loud minority of voices who appear to want to slow down the process to the point that we never get a fire station are gumming up the works. And when I heard that $87,000 was voted for additional site exploration, I just see blood in the water. And I'm like, why? We know. We have enough data to make decisions and bring it to town meeting. And then we get back to that whole idea of we might need to do a tiered town meeting with an A, B, or C option so people can make decisions. But let's get it to an A or a B and a C, not a D, E, F, G. It's just not, it's just too much. So, but again, I appreciate everything the committee is doing. I know it's not easy, but sometimes you just have to stand up to the minority and say, I'm sorry you're unhappy, but this is about what's best for the whole town, not best for.
And let's not forget,
one particular segment.
We did get a majority vote for that site. We just didn't get the supermajority. But that part of it could be relating to zoning. So.
Oh, it absolutely was related to zoning.
I strongly believe if we had zoning in place, there was a good chance that we could have.
Yeah. And I apologize for not doing a better job of maybe presenting the conundrum with the zoning. It's complicated, and it's hard to get across, quickly in just a matter of a couple of minutes. And that is something that BLF discussed, is that, and Dennis, our town moderator, was open to the fact that 10 minutes was not enough to really explain complicated and difficult things that we're trying to establish. And he's definitely open to giving those presentations the time that they need. And that's one of the nice things about having the special town meetings be only 2 or 3 articles, is it'll give us the space to be able to do that and the time. So, all right. Thank you, Priya. I'm not, just so I want to be clear, I'm not frustrated with the board. I'm frustrated with just the process.
Yeah. I think when we had the meeting last week, it was like everybody could feel we're frustrated in like the fire station building committee too. So it's
Okay. All right, anything else? Sam, what you got?
I'm good.
All right, beautiful.
Sam, you're all set, you got a liaison.
Yeah, you got lots of people to
Now I gotta
report
set
on
up
next
liaison.
meeting.
You're all set now.
Yeah,
Next
yeah, yeah,
meeting,
yeah.
that's
I
right.
haven't been liaising.
All right, is there anything else from the public? No? All right, oh, what? I heard ooh.
yeah.
Ooh,
Go
hold on.
ahead.
I like that, ooh.
So actually, on the topic of the firehouse, I heard a lot about, expanding costs and that and whatnot. As things stand, is there or is there not enough money in the fund to actually build a firehouse if we settled on something tomorrow? No, right?
No, no.
We've not even come up with a number yet as
Yeah.
far as what it would cost to build the fire station.
Yeah, that's what I'm vaguely remembering from the town
Yes.
meeting.
We're only
Yeah.
talking about engineering design
Yeah.
plans right now,
we
that's all.
need money first for the conceptual design. That would give us how much it's going to cost.
Yeah.
To build
So-
the actual building.
Yeah, so
we
first,
don't even
yeah.
have that money to first get the design to give us the
Yeah, and
estimate.
I also wanted to make a comment at the same time that I wouldn't, Kristen, I wouldn't beat yourself up too much about like not adequately explaining the zoning thing. I think a lot of people were there just to vote against the fire station and weren't interested in hearing, the necessary changes to zoning for whether or not that fire station got built.
Thank you, that was kind of you. You always think, how could you have done something better? So, but thank you, that was kind of you. Yeah, so, all right, so just to make sure we're on the same page, so the process is we're hoping to clarify the zoning in October. Then in December, we're hoping to request a site and funding for design. So the fire station building, just like the planning board, is kind of under the gun then if you're going to have that decided.
Yes.
To get it into we talked about a December or a January town meeting, right? Depending on how much time you guys needed.
Yeah, yeah.
And what happened with zoning. All right, so it'll be zoning, site and design money, and then hopefully coming back in May
For
with
the
the price
actual
tag.
construction and overall.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's part of why Adam's inviting us to meet with Acton, because we've got the region, we've got Acton's issues and Boxborough's issues, and we've all got some pretty big money things coming up. So it's good for us to all be able to understand each other's positions.
Yeah, I think separating those into two separate town meetings is probably going to work out better.
Yeah, it'd be a lot to try to do it all at once. Okay. All righty, thank you. Okay, meeting minutes, June 17th and June 23rd. Did everyone have a chance to take a peek?
Yep, I looked at them, just so everyone remembers, the June 17th meeting was that joint meeting with the select board, the planning board, the fire station building committee. And I looked at them and I didn't have any comments on it. I'll move to accept the June 17th meeting,
As written?
as written.
Any further questions, comments, or concerns?
No, second.
Oh, second, right. Just now I'm like, okay, it's 9 o'clock, time to go. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? Beautiful. All right, and then the meeting minutes of June 23rd?
Again, I looked at those and those are fine as written.
Okay, anybody else?
Second.
Second. Any further commentary?
Oh, you didn't have a motion, sorry. I
I
jumped the
move
gun.
I move to accept the minutes of the June 23rd meeting of the select board.
Now I second that.
Any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? All right, 400. Okay, now we need to pop into executive session now. All we're going to be doing is approving minutes from previous executive sessions. We will not be reconvening an open session. So, I'll make a motion. I move to enter into executive session pursuant to MGL Chapter 30A, Section 21A7, to review and approve executive session minutes from January 13th, 2025, and not to reconvene in open session.
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Oh, we have to do roll call vote to go into executive
No.
session. All right, roll call vote. We'll start with Sam.
Let's do
Anderson, aye.
Sundaram, aye.
Stemple aye.
And Hilberg, aye. All right, we're going across the hall. Thank you guys for coming
Thank you all.
tonight.
Thank you,
And thank
guys.
you for volunteering.
Appreciate it.
Yay.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Well, she's the one volunteering.
Yeah, but
Yeah, keep
your
coming.
support,
Thank
your
you.
support staff.
Good job.
I trust you, Finn.
For now.
All right, let's pop next door and take care of these minutes, and everyone will be home by 9:15 maybe.